So we're back, it's dark. Guess what? Range Rover Evoque has another issue, engine management light. Let me show you what. So yes, we've got an engine management light on the Range Rover Evoque 2013 2.2. It's not affecting the performance or anything like that, but it's an engine management light. When I did film this and then I've lost the footage, but when I plugged it in, it came up with the EGR cooler solenoid open. So that fault is on the EGR cooler. There's a little spring that opens and closes. I'm going to put a picture of this in so you can see, because in this video I do show you what to do, but it's so hard to see anything because it's down the back of the engine. So bear with me, but you will be able to see how you can fix it on the cheap, because this part which you have to buy, which has got the spring on it, you can't just buy the spring, you can't just buy the arm, you have to buy the whole EGR cooler and everything together, which is over 450, 500 quid, something like that. Then you've got to have it fitted, or you've got to fit it yourself, which is an absolute nightmare because of where it is, right down the back of the engine. So this little fix will we'll get a spring, we'll fix it with our own spring, but bear with the video. But anyway, the fix works, just so you know. So watch this video. If you've got an engine management light, if you've got a EGR cooler problem and the solenoid is no longer opening or closing the little arm, then this will work and this will help you. So please watch it, please like, please subscribe, please share. It's nice to own one of these, a Range Rover, but damn does it come with some problems. So if you're thinking of buying one, make sure you've either got deep pockets or you know what you're doing, because that do cause problems. We may have a video coming up with a Freelander 2, which is based on this, the 2.2 engine pretty much. Well, or this is based on that. So watch out for that video. It's not a good situation, but yeah, watch out for that video. Right, today, as you can see, we're going to start tackling the EGR problem with the bypass valve, which I hope is the spring. So I've started by taking this pipe off, which goes from the airbox across the top of the engine over to this pipe here. Just a couple of Jubilee clips, take that off, clip this pipe out the back up there. You can see it goes onto that bit, and then there's a little 8mm down here which I'm undoing to hopefully move this pipe, because I believe it's down the back of here from what I've looked at. I'll get this cover off once this is out of the way as well. So we'll just see if we can get this out. I've seen lots of videos on this on the Jag XF, but I haven't seen any on this. It was like my video on the diffs. I hadn't seen anything from anybody else. So I'm having to do my own. I believe it's down there somewhere. Let's see if I can get this out of the way somehow, and then I'll see if I can get to it. Right, I've found it. So I've removed the cover, and then there's just this plastic cover on here. This like rubber sound deadening. Pulled that out of the way, and then you can see the EGR from that comes out of the engine, runs round the back of the engine. There's another connector there, and then across the back of the engine is the EGR valve and cooler and everything along there. And if you put your hand, the problem is you can't, if you put your hand down the back of here and feel about, you can feel that that's me moving it there, and the spring is broke on that, because it should be in the stuck in the sort of open position, and then the vacuum pulls it. I wonder if I can get the camera down there to show you. Let me put the torch on. Hang on, let's see if we can see it. I think it is going to be easy to see. That's it there. So there's this big plastic thing, the air intake, and then behind there, if you have it on the air intake, there's a pipe, and then behind that, I know this is terrible, but I'm just trying to get you to see something, because it's all by feel. Can I light it up? It's there anyway, you can just see my fingers moving. It feels like sometimes the spring has got it, but I don't think it's got it completely. Can you see it through that gap there? No.
there. Oh, there. You can just see my fingers moving it, look. There's my fingers down there. That's very, very difficult to see. To the back of there anyway. Under this pipe. See if I can pull this pipe off. Hang on.
Right, I've just been to Alfred and got these springs. It's getting dark now, so I've got to get this done quite quick.
So, obviously I have been to Alfred and I forgot where the bits I'm doing. But I'm down here somewhere. I'm gonna see if I can find like an image of this thing that I'm doing. So you can see exactly. Oh, can you see it through there now? It's out in focus, but there it is, look. So I'm going to put a spring round it, and I'm going to bring it down to this nut here. One of these.
So I'm going to use this one. And first thing I'm going to do is put this end, I think, around the nut. I bought some cable ties as well in case I've got to cable tie the other end to the plastic thing, which is going to be not a nightmare because it's all sort of through feeling, you can't see anything. But I'll try and get this.
Right, I know once again you can't really see a lot, but you can see the spring down there, look. See? On there. And then if I pull the valve, you can hear it closing there. So that spring is doing the job and pulling it back closed, which should stop the engine management light coming on. So, sorry for the rubbish visuals there, but there's not a lot you can do when you can't get the camera down there and nobody can see what's going on. But basically, the little arm that moves, that would normally be on a spring that's built into it, that twists it, has failed, the spring's broken. So we get a little spring, like that. Used that one. Oh no, we have two ends on it. Use some, anyway, here's one of these, like that. Decent amount of pull on it. I cable tied it round one end. There's no way getting on there, you just can't see anything, so cable tied it onto the end of it, and then I put it onto that little bolt, tighten the bolt down onto it, and he pulls it now, so that should stop the engine management light. I'll just go for a quick test drive and we'll show you the results in a sec. So just so you can see the sort of area it's in, you can see the spring just nestling down there, look. So there's the engine cover intake over there. And it's just there, you can just see it lining up like that spring that's got a little bend in it.
So that's what you want. So this fix would have been a fair few £100 if the EGR had to come off and that had to be done. Probably £300. That is a 10p fix because this box of springs cost £7 and there's absolutely tons in there. How many's in there? 150. So super cheap fix for your, if you've got that fault coming up, the EGR fault, bypass valve not working. We'll just take it for a test drive. Right, so the spring has worked, the light stayed off. I've been round, done a couple of miles and the light is off, as we can see if we flip the camera around. No engine management light, been driving about, everything's fine. So that is a nice 10p fix.